Oh no, what happened?
I was like talking like I'm in the middle of an email and bam, she shuts it down.
Oh, what'd you do?
I looked at her, said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "We need to talk about your side hustle."
Oh, and what happened there?
I'm sitting there thinking, this is it. This is where she tells me to quit.
Hmm. And so,
Well, we'll get to that later. But if you're working on a side hustle and your family's giving you the stink eye every time you open your laptop,
yep, and you're hiding in the garage so that they don't see you working.
or your spouse hits you with a "Is this actually going anywhere?" question,
Yeah, this episode is about to save your marriage and your business.
let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm Curtis.
And I'm RJ. And before we dive in, we need to do something really quick
If you're watching this on YouTube, smash that subscribe button right now. Like literally, pause this video if you gotta and hit it.
and ring my bell. Ring that bell so you don't miss the next episode because we're dropping straight fire count content every single week.
And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, leave a 5-star review. It takes you about 30 seconds or less. Helps us reach more hardworking parents just like you.
And here's the big one: if you know a mom or dad who's grinding on the side and their family isn't supporting them, send them this episode.
Right now, text them the link, tag them on Instagram, carry a pigeon if you have to.
Carrier pigeon, huh?
Yep, yep. Because that's what we're about to share literally. Transform how your families view your business and it can and what it can do for you.
Absolutely. So let's get into it.
All right, so here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Your side hustle is causing tension in your house right now, right?
Absolutely. Maybe a little, maybe a lot, but it's definitely there, right?
Yep. We've both witnessed that, right, RJ? In
Yep.
our careers
Experiencing
here?
it right now, honestly.
Yep. And you're probably thinking one of two things. Either my family just doesn't get it, or they'll understand it when I start making money.
Hmm. And both of those are wrong, by the way.
So wrong. Let me tell you what happened with my wife and the laptop incident.
So, yeah, I want to hear more about this story.
So she closes my laptop. She sits down and says, I support your business. I really do. But I feel like I'm competing with you for your attention.
I get that one. Absolutely.
Right. And my first instinct was to get defensive. I'm doing this for us. I'm trying to build a better life for our family.
Classic entrepreneur response, right?
Right, right. But she stopped me and said, I know why you're doing it. But but when's the last time you asked me how I am doing?
Ooh, yep, get that one.
I couldn't answer because I've been so in my own head about the business that I forgot to include the person I'm supposed to be building it for.
Mhm. Listen, and so see, this is where most people mess up. They think once I succeed, my family will be happy. I know personally, you have to pay time. You have to pay time to your family, even at the sacrifice of that quality time or that business time. I get it. You want to dedicate time to your
Hmm.
business, but your
Yep,
family has to come first.
absolutely. But your family doesn't want you to wait for success to be included. They want to be part of the journey.
Mhm. Yeah, I had a similar wake up call. My daughter, when she was 10, she asked me at dinner, Dad, what's more important, your computer or us?
Oh no.
Yeah, and my wife just looked at me like, "You gonna answer that?"
What did you say, RJ?
I said, "You are always." And then that's why. Then why does it feel? She said, "Then why does it feel like the computer wins?" Right? Because again, the quality time at that time was suffering. There's how I had to learn the hard lessons.
Yep. Yeah, that's yeah, kids don't lie, right?
Absolutely, they don't. And that was my moment when I realized I needed to completely change my approach.
So here's what we figured out. The problem isn't that your family doesn't support you. The problem is you haven't brought them on the journey.
Hmm. You're taking a road trip, and they're watching you from the driveway.
That's pretty good analogy. So how do we get them into the car? Let's
All right,
figure that
step
out.
one. And this is where it's going to sound formal, but trust me, it works.
All right. So family meeting.
Yep. I can hear everyone rolling their eyes right now.
Yeah, for sure. I know. But listen, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this so it actually works.
Yeah. First rule, put it on the calendar. Make it official. Send it to all of them so that they have it in their calendar.
Yep. Literally send them a calendar invite if you gotta. It probably works, hopefully.
Absolutely. So your calendar invited your wife, right?
Yep, I did. And she actually appreciated it because it showed it was serious. It wasn't just another, hey, can we talk quickly?
So what happened at the meeting?
You come in with questions, no declarations. Here's three questions that changed everything for me.
Okay, let's write these down.
All right, so question one, if this side hustle succeeds, what does it mean for our family? And let them answer. Don't interrupt. So let them say what they gotta
hmm
say.
And then so what responses did you get?
So she said she wanted to stop stressing about money. She wanted to take vacation without guilt. She wanted me to eventually cut back on my day hour job so I could be around more.
Absolutely. So she had specific goals you didn't even know about.
That's right. Totally different from what I assumed. I thought she wanted me to make more money, but she wanted more of me.
Ooh, that one's deep.
Yes. Question number two. Why are you worried about why are you worried about the time I'm spending on this?
Give them permission to be honest, right?
Exactly. I don't get defensive when they answer.
That's the hard part, right? I always
Yep.
say, look, you can say anything you want. You have the right to voice your thoughts and feelings, but you also have to expect the responses that you're going to get, and those may be hard.
Yeah, for sure. So if my wife said she was worried about I'd burn out, then I'd sacrifice my health. Then I'd miss important moments with the kids.
Which are valid concerns.
Super valid. And once I knew what she was actually worried about, I could address those things.
Okay, and you said there were three questions, right?
That's right. Number three, what would make you feel better about this? Let them contribute solutions.
That's smart. You're making part of the problem solving.
Exactly. My wife said she would feel better if we had specific work hours that didn't bleed into family time. And if we checked in monthly to see if it was still working, which is good.
hmm So she gave you the roadmap, right? We've been talking about this driving analogy, so you've got them in on the process.
That's right. She did. I just had to ask.
Okay, so I did something similar, but I included my kids in that
Oh,
conversation.
cool. How'd that go?
Again, same thing. I asked them what they wanted their life to look like, if this business succeeded, and at the time, the 7-year-old said, "My more Legos."
Yep. That's pretty straight to the point. That's the other thing about is Legos or toys,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But my 10-year-old did said something that got me. She said, "I want you to come to my soccer games and not be on your phone."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I was doing that, but she noticed. Kids notice everything.
Yep. Because they see it from a different perspective, obviously. So the family meeting isn't just about getting permission, it's about understanding what they actually need from you.
And it's about making them part of the vision instead of victims of your ambition.
Phew. That's the bar right there. So, all right. So you've had the meeting. Everyone expressed their concerns. Now comes the critical part.
Absolutely. Time management,
Here's what most people are getting it wrong. They'll say, I'll work on it when I have time.
which actually means never.
That's right. Or they say, I'll work on it in my free time, which means they're working at midnight when you are exhausted and your brain's not on at all.
And then your family or your full time hustle, they see you walking around like a zombie.
That's right. So here's what worked for me. I sat down with my wife. We created a specific schedule, not some evenings, not weekends when I can.
Yep. Specific days, specific hours.
That's right. So I work on my business Tuesdays and Thursday nights from 8 till 10 after the kids are in bed. And Saturday mornings from about 6 till 9, sometimes 11, depends on if I have an extra podcast, right?
So that's only like 7 hours a week.
Yeah, pretty much. Not too much, only 7 hours. But here's the key everyone knows that that's my time. But they also know that Friday night is sacred family movie night, which we love to do, and Sunday afternoon is family adventure time. Woohoo! Love it.
Mhm. Absolutely, and I said it earlier, family time, it has to become the key, right? It has to become protected time with your family.
Exactly, RJ. And once I had that, had that, wish I had that. My wife started protecting my work time too. She'd tell me, the kids, Dad's working right now. Let's give him some space.
Because you've showed her and the kids that family time matters as well.
That's right. It's a two-way street. Now, here's the fun part, get your kids involved.
And this one is my favorite part.
So, I used to think my kids were too young to help with my business.
Big mistake, right?
Absolutely. So, my 6-year-old designed a social media Lego.
Wait, what?
I'm serious. I gave her crayons and paper and said, Daddy needs a special picture for his business. She drew this masterpiece, and I actually use it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, sits up here by my desk. But here's what happened. She became the biggest hype person for my business. She tells everyone, "That's my picture."
You gave her ownership, right?
Exactly. My other 9-year-old packages products. So if I need to do whatever ship stuff, I pay them $1, and he's working on work ethic and entrepreneurship on his own.
True family business, right? And now they're invested in your success.
That's right. Right. Really, really right. When we get a big order like, it's how many do we need to put in a pack, Dad? I want to earn money, so they're more enthusiastic, right?
He's already grinded.
Yep, for sure. My 12-year-old runs my Instagram, and honestly, she's better at it than me. You know how kids are, right?
Definitely. The kids understand social media these days.
Yeah, well, they grow up with it, so it's a little different than us, right? So much better. Our engagement went up when she took over, and she's learning skills that will help her forever too.
So your kids aren't just watching you build something, they're building it along with you.
That's right, and that changes everything. What you're doing with your kids helps.
hmm So, your young ones become a brainstorm buddy, right? When I'm
Yep.
stuck on a name or idea, I ask them.
That's right. Kids have an unfiltered creativity, mostly because they watch too much YouTube, I'm guessing.
Yep, exactly. My son named one of my products, and it's one of the best selling ones.
No way.
Yeah, I'm serious. He just said what it made him think of, and I was like, "Oh, that's perfect."
Oh, nice. And your 10-year-old?
She's quality control. If I'm actually creating anything for family, she tests it and gives me brutal, honest feedback.
Wow. The honesty kids have is undefeatable.
Undefeated. She'd be like, "Dad, this is boring," and I'm like, "Okay, back to the drawing board."
Nice. No sugarcoating there.
Absolutely. But here's what I love. Now, when I'm working on my business, my kids don't see it as dad's ignoring us. They see it as we're all working on our family project.
That is pretty transformational right there, RJ.
hmm
All right. Last piece of this puzzle. How do you keep everyone engaged long term?
Because the initial excitement always wears off.
It does. So we implement monthly family business meetings.
So tell me about those.
So the first Friday of every month, we order pizza, sit around the table, or perhaps the coffee table, more like it, and everyone gets an update. And here's what we earned, here's what we spent, and here's what's working.
Full transparency, right?
Yep, full transparency, RJ. And the kids ask questions. My 9-year-old asks us, "Why aren't we on TikTok?" Honestly, a good question.
Kids know what's up.
Definitely. And then we celebrate wins together. We have a win wall in our kitchen.
Like a physical wall.
Yep, that's right. Every milestone goes up there. First sale, first review or interviews, first $100 day, and even time we walk past. Every time we walk past it, we're reminded why we are doing this.
Truly, visual reinforcement, right? It's in your eyes, in front of your face, and
Yep,
everybody knows
that's
what's
right.
going on.
Yep. But here's the key: when we hit milestones, we celebrate in ways that benefit the whole family.
Like,
Well, we earned our first $100. We went for ice cream sundaes with all the toppings that the kids would love.
oh, that's nice.
It was good. So first profit month, trampoline park. Oh yeah, loved it. First big client, family camping trip to Jellystone here in Niagara Falls. So my kid loves that place, so we're able to stay in the cabin. So it was pretty awesome.
Absolutely. So, So business success equals family fun. They see that, they work for that.
Hmm.
It improves proves everybody's engagement.
Exactly, RJ. Now my kids are like, Dad, did you get any sales today? I want to go to the arcade.
Truly, they're invested, man.
Yeah. Oh, hey, they're making money too, so they have more of a drive to do something, right? To help.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're rooting for the business because the business rewards them too.
that's brilliant. We did something similar with like a vision board.
Tell me more about that, RJ.
You take a poster board, cut out magazine pictures of the goals, Disney World, new car, maybe a college fund. Put it in the
Hmm.
living room where everybody sees it every day.
Yep. And probably beside TV if you watch TV, right?
Yep.
So making the dream tangible then, right?
Yeah. When the things get hard, when I'm tired, we look at the board and remember why we're sacrificing.
That's pretty powerful, man. All right, let's bring this thing home, RJ. What's the one thing that you want people to remember from this episode?
Your family isn't your obstacle, they're your greatest asset, but you have to intentionally bring them on the journey with you.
Perfect. For me, it's this. You can't build a sustainable business on top of a crumbling family foundation.
Oh, say that again.
You cannot build a sustainable business on a crumbling family foundation.
Yeah, there it is, right there. So take that one in, folks. Your family is your foundation of why you're building this.
Yep. So here's some homework for you. This week, not next month, this week only, do these four things.
One, schedule a family meeting, put it in your calendar right now.
Yep. Yep. Perfect. Two, ask three questions that we talked about earlier and write these down. So if you have to go back and rewatch the video, please do so.
Mhm.
Appreciate it.
And then three, create a specific work schedule with your spouse, exact days and exact times.
Yep. And number four, find one way your kids can contribute to the business, even if it's very tiny.
Mhm. And then watch what happens. How your energy in the house shifts. It's not child labor because it's a family business, right?
Yep. So from resistance to support.
From your thing to our mission.
Perfect. All right. Before we go, if you already had to subscribe to the channel, do that right now.
Hit that bell. Don't
Yep.
forget to get notified when we drop new episodes.
Leave us a comment. Tell us what your biggest challenge is in getting your family to buy in. We read every comment.
And seriously, if you know a mom or dad who's struggling with this, send this episode.
Yep, it could totally save their marriage and maybe even their business too.
Absolutely. No pressure.
All right, RJ, one last thing. You got a joke to tell us? It's your turn.
Oh, you put me on the spot. You know I don't do that well with these dad jokes.
I knew this was coming.
All right. So, why did the entrepreneur bring his whole family to the business meeting?
I don't know why.
Because his family finally learned that side hustle doesn't mean hustle to the side of the family.
Ah, nice. Hmm, interesting.
All right. Hey, you asked for
Yep, I did. That was terrible, but I love it.
it. But it's true, though.
Yep, it is true. All right, everybody. Until next time,
Keep building, keep growing.
and keep your family first.
Peace.
Peace, guys. All right.
Wait, was that joke really that bad?
It was terrible.
But you did laugh, right?
Well, I'm laughing at you, not with you.
Yeah, thanks. Take it to the heart.
All right, guys. Bye.